So today what I'm going to do is, a lot of people basically ask me that, Shashank, we are all busy in our work. We go to office Monday to Friday. We don't have time to look at the markets. So basically what I thought is, let me figure out a way where you are, who's very busy, are going home, right? And then you can quickly look at a YouTube video and understand what happened in the entire day. So today I have curated a list of market updates for you guys so that you don't have to waste time and understand exactly what is going in the market at any given point of time. Today, all three indexes were positive. Nifty went up by 1.29%, which was very good. Finally, Nifty mid cap index also went up by 1.46, and Nifty small cap index slightly lagged, went up by 1.01. Right now, if I have to show you how it is looking from a weekly analysis, from a weekly charting perspective, if you look at Nifty, on a daily perspective, it is creating a range bound motion here. As you can see, it is creating a very nice range between 24,500 and 25,000. Then there is a lot of resistance over here, right? A lot of resistance means the next direct target you see is the all-time high, which is 26,000. So this has been a very strong resistance zone, and it has been trying to break this out from a very long period of time, and it is waiting and taking its time, which is completely fine, right? Because we did move up quite aggressively from 21,000 and we went back to 24,000. Now we're at 25,000 and we're taking a small pause, we're taking a small break. With little more strength, yes, we will break this and go ahead as well, right? So even if you look at it from a weekly standpoint, you will see the similar thing happening. It is creating a base, which is a very good sign for us. If you look at the mid cap index over here, the Nifty Mid Cap 100. Here you see Nifty Mid Cap Index just went below its 20-day moving average, and now it is trying to come back up again. But the selling has been quite aggressive in the Mid Cap Index as compared to Nifty 50. And you would have seen this, that in the last few days, your portfolio, if you're in Mid Cap and Small Cap, has gone down more compared to Nifty, because Nifty is not moving as much, right? It is pretty much based on the same rate, because Nifty has a lot of other companies that is actually moving the entire index upwards, right? Whereas Nifty Mid Cap and Small Cap Index are slightly, I would say, still weaker, because right now the money is moving into large caps. It is not coming too much into mid cap and small cap, but that's okay. Let's understand a little bit more about what else is happening, right? Now, today, what happened? Today, as you know, the market was good. Banks did really well, and also there was a very nice news. By the way, today all power companies went up. All your power companies started flying up, and that was obviously a very good sign, because this is one of the futuristic sectors that you will see in the market, and all the power companies started going up, right? So if you see my watch list, you will see here like Vari, Q Power, BEML, IPL, Gallant. All of these companies actually went up. KPEL, much more, NTPC, Green, all of these companies actually started shooting up. But the real question is, Shashank, why did this happen? Why are all these companies going up? Because today there was a nice revision. Okay, so RBI basically came out with a easing norm or easing provision norm, where they said that now the lending companies, that companies that are mainly lending for construction related projects, it doesn't have to be only power, it can be any kind of construction related products, but anyone who is lending to construction related products, we will give you some ease of ease of doing business kind of a thing, right? Where you don't have to maintain such a big provision for us, you can give more out in terms of loan. And basically when this happened, the market obviously took it in a very positive play, because if you look at the key drivers for corporate capex, the capex that is happening in our ecosystem right now, majority, 28% of all the capex that is happening in our country today is happening in the power generation space, and this is a source from CRISIL itself, right? And you will see transmission, which is again in the power, is approximately 7%. Oil and gas is 10, airlines is 10, steel is 8, and then next after that keeps going slowly down, right? But you can see here power generation is going berserk in terms of the entire theme, and the companies that are doing well right now, you will see that they will start doing really well in the next few days, right? And another advantage of this, please understand how our entire ecosystem is also shaping up. Look at this. First, what they did, RBI, they relaxed the norms, they decreased the rates, made it cheaper for you to borrow. And if you remember, they had done that liquidity inflow into the market, right? 90,000 crores was liquidity infused. That means if you are saying that I'm putting money into the ecosystem, I'm reducing the interest rate so everyone can borrow, and I'm telling all the borrowers you can relax and give more as loans, this is going to boost the lending going forward. Now, where is this money going into? This money is currently going into power generation, but the next set of money will also start flowing into defense, and that is something that we're also seeing happen very well, right? Apart from that, some other interesting news that are coming up into the space. One is that there is a new IPO that is opening on June 25th, which is HDB Financials, which is also a subsidiary of HDFC Bank. I heard some bad news about this, that the IPO price band that it is opening is lower than the unlisted share price market price, right? So this is why a lot of people have to be very careful when they invest in unlisted shares, because the IPO price is very different from the unlisted share price that is going on in the unlisted market. Apart from that, Reliance and Havells are in the race to acquire majority control in a company called Whirlpool India. Again, if this happens, then this is going to be very interesting, because Reliance, Havells, Bain are all among the bidders to basically take up Whirlpool India's entire business and then put it into their ecosystem. And obviously, this would be a huge boost for both Havells and Reliance if this deal basically goes through. Apart from this, another very interesting sector that we are tracking right now is defense. If you look at defense, HAL recently won the bid with ISRO for launching small satellites rocket worth 511. Yes, Adani was also a part of this bid, but Adani lost to HAL. Now, a lot of people are happy that HAL won it, but we should also look at it from both sides. If you look at it from HAL, they have been delaying a lot of their internal projects, and they're not able to submit their projects on time to the government of India, which is also creating a problem and is also creating an opportunity for the private sector to now step in and say that, you know what, Shashank, let the private sector come and take some deals, which obviously is adding into our favor, because we don't have to be dependent only on HAL. We can look at other companies and start investing in other companies as well. Apart from that, Defense Ministry has also set up a panel to review the acquisition procedure of all defense equipments. Right now, this is very important, because please understand, if you're looking at the entire news, if you're looking at the entire market, we are going very aggressive on defense. Just now, there was a news that came out that Pakistan is getting around, I think, 20 or 40 fighter jets from China, which is not a good news again for us, because it's very annoying. Recently, we saw the F-35 landing in Kerala, which was a British fighter plane, supposed to be a stealth fighter plane, which got caught with our radar. But yeah, we are now on track that we have to start getting our own stealth planes. And that is also happening, where there is a new stealth fighter coming in, which is done by India, indigenous fighter plane, which I think is being done. I think it's called AMCA or something like that. And that the orders will start coming in soon for that as well. But that is going to take some time to start building those fighter jets. But sooner the later is what I would say, because the faster we get that, the faster our defense becomes stronger. Because right now, the world is absolutely going to nonsense, right? We actually have no idea where this world is going through. But again, on defense, these are the two important news. Now, coming to macroeconomic factors, very important thing here. According to all the G20 economies that are there, India currently still looks like the fastest growing economy with respect to GDP. Now, why is this data important? Is because if our GDP looks the strongest and looks the highest, that means the foreign inflow are more likely to come to India versus going to Argentina or Indonesia, who's in number 2 and number 3 position. That means all your hedge funds all across the world will start investing into the Indian economy. So basically, that is the idea behind getting a strong GDP number or a strong GDP portfolio in this, right? Now, coming to some community questions. This is something I want to answer, because I think I keep getting a lot of community questions. I keep getting a lot of questions on the YouTube page as well. So I thought, let's start answering some of those questions. One very important question which I feel everyone has is, Shashank, what is going on with Tata Motors? Is it a good time to accumulate the stock or wait for a few months? So look at this, right? The Tata Motors is currently going through a very bad phase, as you guys know, and this is how the daily chart looks like. Look at this, right? It has fallen from 1160 to almost 698, and I would strongly suggest that wait for the demerger to happen. They are going through a lot of issues, mainly with their Jaguar Land Rover, which is now their major revenue driver. And with all of these new rules coming into place, I don't think, and with the tariffs coming into place, they are going through a bad time. If you ask me, the risk reward ratio looks okay right now, but again, it is not a momentum. You have to wait for a very long period of time for this to do well and then go back up. And Tata has done this in the past, right? It's not like a consistent mover and it keeps going up. Even if you look at Tata from a long term standpoint, if I do a monthly chart, you will see the similar thing playing out. In 2009, it went up again. From there, it fell down, and now again it went up. Again, it's fallen down. So it is very difficult to time Tata Motors at this point. So for the person who asked the question, I think Srinivas, it is very hard to say on this. Again, there are much better stocks with much better opportunities in the market that you can take a call on, right? Another question by Virendra. He's saying some influencers are saying mutual fund is a scam. Please clear it. See, first of all, mutual fund is not a scam. Please put it in that notion. Why some influencers are saying that mutual fund is a scam is because a lot of us just buy popular mutual funds without understanding anything, and we don't switch these mutual funds. Another reason why people say mutual funds are a scam is because you only make money in mutual funds if you hold for more than 10 years. And according to mutual fund data, 90% of the people stop their SIPs in the first 3 years. So if you are a person who's starting an SIP today and you're going to stop in 3 years, then what is the point of you even making a mutual fund SIP, right? Then there is absolutely no point, because the money is only made over a long period of time. And if you look at a mid cap index, small cap index, or even a large cap index, the money only compounds over time. But what happens, the problem is all of us want quick money, instant money, and we also get driven by a lot of FOMO right now in the market, which is also creating small issues in the market. So that is the biggest problem, right? Now if you ask me, to be honest, some looking at all the connecting the dots and looking at everything that's going on in the market, the stage is getting set right now for a massive lending boost into infra projects. So we will see a lot of infra projects going up to the top of the guys, which are the large cap companies. And I know for a fact these large cap companies usually outsource to mid cap and small cap companies, and that is something we will see as well. Because if you see Adani, who has won the biggest solar power plant project in Khadwa, Gujarat, has actually now outsourced most of that work to, let's say, KP Energy, Advait Energy, and few other companies as well, right? So they have been outsourcing all of this. And not just Adani, there are a lot of other projects that keep getting outsourced to smaller mid cap and small cap players. So again, it's very interesting to look at it. But I hope this quick 10-minute video was enough to give you a quick market update of what is happening in the market, why the stocks went up today. I think US stocks were also on a holiday yesterday, and today it should go up. So let's see that. It was down because of the attack that is going on in Iran and Israel, but I think in the morning, eventually it started going up as well, right? So hopefully, mostly that also should start doing well. And if Nasdaq also starts going up, then India, eventually the world should go back into it and stop this whole nonsense of doing war. And if that happens, I think we will be in a very, very good state, right? Or else this thing will keep going on. Awesome. This is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off. And guys, I also know that most of you guys have not subscribed to the channel but are watching this. So if you got some news from this and some education from this, it would be great if you guys subscribe to this channel and support the channel as well. Okay. Thank you guys. Take care. See you guys. Bye bye.